Welcome, everyone. Yay. So, welcome to the folks here in the room. Welcome to the folks online joining us as one beautiful community. I'm Reverend Deborah Gay, our staff minister here at the Center for Spiritual Living in Bellingham. This is a very, very auspicious day. We get our wonderful first time with our interim minister, Reverend Dr. Bob Deen. Now, I'll tell you all about him a little bit later in the service, but as always, we begin in song. So stand if you're able, and Tabor will begin.
Hello, check, there we are. Here we go. I'm letting in new information into this body. I'm changing the old pathways in my mind. I know there's a no going back, 'cause I'm running on a different track. I'm letting my soul be renewed today. Let's let that new information into this body. I'm changing the old pathways in my mind. I know there's a no going back, 'cause I'm running on a different track. I'm letting my soul be renewed today. Let the love and abundance, letting the love and abundance come my way. I'm making room in my life for all I dream. I know I'm holding up a vision of me in perfect flow with the infinite every day. Sing it out. I'm letting in new information into this body. I'm changing the old pathways in my mind. I know there's no going back, 'cause I'm running on a different track. I'm letting my soul be renewed today. I'm letting the love and abundance come my way. I'm making room in my life for all I dream. I know I am what I believe, so I'm holding up a vision of me in perfect flow with the infinite every day. Let's sing it again. New information into this body. I'm changing the old pathways in my mind. I know there's no going back, 'cause I'm running on a different track. I'm letting my soul be renewed today. Sing it out. I'm letting the love and abundance come my way. Making room in my life for all I dream. I know I am what I believe, so I'm holding up a vision of me in perfect flow with the infinite every day. In perfect flow with the infinite every day. In perfect flow with the infinite every day. Well, good morning. Beautiful voices. Will you take a minute to greet some of those neighbors out there?
I had to turn myself up.
is welcome here. My soul is welcome
Well, we would like to invite any of our kids who are here with us today to join our teachers up on stage, and we're going to sing them out into their outdoor classroom, beautiful sanctuary that lives outside of this beautiful sanctuary in here. Come on up. We'll sing Hooray for the World.
Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, it's a special place. Got Mother Nature and the human race. The world's got trees and bumblebees, rivers and lakes and the open seas, mountains and valleys and animals too, and a sun that shines on me and you. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, it's a special place. We got Mother Nature and the human race. We got Mother Nature and the human race.
Good morning, everyone. My name's Philip Flores. I am today's practitioner of the day, being supported by Wanda Maddox, Andrea Wood, who led the meditation this morning, and several other practitioners here, as well as you all. So please join me in an opening invocation. There is only one divine presence, one divine love, one divine moment, one. And from this one come the multitudes, you, me, the planets, the earth, the air we breathe, the sun that shows up. It's all there. It's all part of one. And I'm grateful for that, and I welcome that. I welcome that it's a new year. I welcome that it's a new chapter. I welcome that it's a new vision for CSL Bellingham. And I welcome Reverend Dr. Bob Deen here at our community. So I'm filled with so much gratitude, filled with so much joy. And I welcome you to this moment. And so it is.
May I never lose my wonder. 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 Wide-eyed and mystified, may I be just like a child, staring at the beauty of the world. Wide-eyed and mystified, may I be just like a child, staring at the beauty of the world. May I never lose my wonder. May I never lose my wonder. May I never lose my wonder. just like a child staring at the beauty of the world. Wide-eyed and mystified, may I be just like a child staring at the beauty of the world. Wide-eyed and mystified, wide-eyed and mystified, may I be just like a child staring at the beauty of the world. Wide-eyed and mystified, may I be just like a child staring at the beauty of the world. May I never lose my wonder. 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 When I let go, love can flow how it's meant to. When I let go, love can flow in all ways. To me, through me, alive in everything. When I let go, love can flow how it's meant to. When I let go, love can flow how it's meant to. When I let go, love can flow in all ways. To me, through me, alive in everything. When I let go, love can flow how it's meant to. Let's sing that again. let go, love can flow how it's meant to. When I let go, love can flow in all ways. To me, through me, alive in everything. When I let go, love can flow how it's meant to. How it's meant to.
Thank you, Tabor, and everyone. I love the mood that you set. Very appreciative. So, I'll tell you a few things about Dr. Bob. First, you can call him Dr. Bob. You don't have to do the Reverend Dr. Bob Deen. We've done that now. So he's had decades of experience in ministry and ministerial education. And he has a multifaceted background in religious education, pastoral counseling, and professional leadership. He's been a senior minister in 4 churches throughout his career in Atlanta, Georgia, Philadelphia, California, Tampa, Florida. He's, of course, ordained as a religious science minister, but he's also spent several years in what I call our home office, so the central office for our organization, where he was president of Holmes Institute, which is the ministerial training college, and also manager of professional education. That's where all of our core classes come from, our adult education program and practitioner training. So he was in charge of all of that. He has extensive experience in pastoral psychotherapy, in addiction treatment, and in consulting and training for businesses and organizations. So he has a commitment to spiritual growth and community development, and has facilitated workshops and classes and retreats on many different topics related to personal and spiritual transformation. He will be our interim minister for the next several months, at least up into the summer. And this will give us the time we need to prepare for the candidating and interviewing process for our next minister, our next permanent minister, which the plan is, and you know what they say about plans, but our plan is that that person will be here in the fall. So we're hoping to have Bob with us through most of that journey as we get ourselves ready to begin the next phase. And so with that, I simply ask you to give Bob a warm welcome to our community.
Thank you. Woo! Oh my gosh. Wow. Thank you. And I haven't even done anything yet. But I will, hopefully. And hopefully you'll still be wanting to stand up then. We'll see. My plan is not to mess with too much because, man, you guys have got it going on. Thank you for the music. Oh, my goodness. I can't see where you went. But anyway, thank you. Oh, there you are, back there. Thank you. I have a degree in music before I ever got into all this ministerial, and thank you for that. It was a really wonderful thing. So grateful to be here. It's a brand new adventure for me. It's a brand new adventure for you. Together we will do this transition. We will walk through this time. I am here to facilitate you in doing that. I'm not here to do it for you. Sorry about that. I'm not here to change a whole lot about how you're doing or what you're doing. I'm here to help you clarify and get real clear about what your primary values are, whether your current mission statement still fits you for now and the future. We'll be looking at that. And what you, the people, the leaders, practitioners, everyone here really want in your next minister. So we'll be doing a lot of talking, a lot of opportunities to meet and greet and carry on and party and do all the other things that go along with that. So I'm just really thrilled to be here and so grateful. This is definitely built for shorter people, because I feel like I'm way up here looking down on you guys. So please know that my looking down on you is not an attitude. It's the result of this stage, which we're going to probably fix. We'll see what we're going to do about that. Anyway. So what you also don't know about me is about 2 months ago, I moved out of my home into a shared situation with someone who was never there, which is the best kind of shared situation. And in order then to be free to do this. So I'm out here about half the time, and I'll be back there about half the time, and that is wonderful. So a lot of my stuff went into storage. I did that thing we sometimes do and just cleaned out and got rid of a bunch of stuff. So the other morning, last week, just before coming out here, I was making breakfast, and I was doing not my usual, but a little special, scrambled eggs and the whole bit, and I get that all going in the pan, and I'm so excited because it's working. And I reach for my favorite spatula. You know what that is? Those of you who are cooks, you know what I'm talking about. That one that's the only one you can use for eggs. It's just the right size, and it's not there. And I go, what? And so I'm slamming drawers all over the kitchen looking for the spatula. There's 3 or 4 spatulas sitting there, but they're not the right one. And it's just making me furious. And then finally I realized what I was doing and stopped and started laughing at myself. And that's how this change may be for some people. It may be for each of you at one time or another as we're going through this big shift that you're now moving through. The familiar. You walk in, you look up on stage and say, what's that big dude doing up there? And where's that wonderful, wonderful Dr. A? And you'll feel it. When my daughter first left home, I had been a single dad, so I did most of the stuff that needed to be done for her. But when she left home and I went shopping the first time, buying groceries, I'm pulling stuff off the shelves, her favorite cereal, here's this, here's that. I got to the checkout, and I looked down at what was in my basket and realized I didn't need any of that stuff. And I burst into tears like every grown-up should. And I ran out of the grocery store because I was embarrassed. So don't ever be embarrassed when you get surprised by your grief, because that's how it works. See, it takes a while for our minds to adjust and to get back on track when things change and when we lose people. And I am so aware of that. And I do not want to rush you through your process. Yes, we are launching into something new and wonderful, but you can do that at the same time you honor where you've been and you recognize the shifts and changes always comes with loss. Every change in our lives, even when we get promoted to a new job, there's a certain amount of grief in the old job no longer being familiar. We all do that. The beauty to me about grief is that it's a process, it's a mental, emotional, spiritual process that the universe gives us to move on. There's nothing wrong with it. It's not bad. Too often we try to, choke it down and get it all blocked up, and it doesn't go anywhere, and then we're walking around like this because we're afraid we're going to feel it, or we're afraid we might express it at a time. So give yourself permission. I hereby give you permission. And if you walk in here and here I am instead of the other person and you want to yell at me because I'm the wrong minister, just yell at me. That's why I'm here. Get it down to your systems now so that the new minister doesn't have to go through that. Because it's going to matter more then. I'm going to take it. I may not like it, but I'll take it. I mean, of course I like it. Whatever you're feeling, whatever you're going through in this transition process is good and right, because it's what you need to do for your process. And that's why I'm here. I'm here to support you in that. I'm here to hold the space for you to do that so that as you move forward and move on, you'll be ready when it's time to bring in your next spiritual leader. And you'll know who you are in a greater and greater way. I think you already do pretty well. I'm not too worried about that part. It's the getting through to it. Because Dr. A was here a long time. I know what a wonderful person she is. I've known her longer than you have. So I get it. It's going to be a big piece. You know, what's wonderful, this is also the month, I'm so glad it is, where we go back to the basics in Science of Mind. First 4 Sundays, usually the first 4 essays in the Science of Mind textbook. If you haven't read them recently, I might suggest you do that right now. Today, we're looking at the thing itself. And how in the world does that relate to the grief and to the loss? Because, and I'll tell you how. I don't have time to draw this out, so I'll just get right to it. It relates because what happened to me when I'm banging the drawers and stomping around and upset and angry because somebody stole my spatula, so I forgot who I was. I had a moment where I forgot who I am. You know who you are? We say it here all the time, sometimes to the point that it gets like, oh, it's just, yeah, okay, big deal. You are an individual version, an individuated expression of a divine power that's created everything. Let that sink in if it hasn't already. You know, and with that comes all of the gifts that God is, all of the gifts that Spirit is. There's wisdom. So you have the good sense to be sad when it's time to be sad. And joyous when it's time to... Boy, last night you guys did joy. Woo! That was fun. Fun to be part of. You know? The power of the infinite as you. I love that song. Through to you, love comes to you and through you. It's also as you. You were born as an instrument of love. Out of love. In love. You didn't get here by yourself. One parent alone can't do it. It takes 2. However that is arranged and managed in today's modern world where we do all sorts of wonderful creative things to bring kids in the world, there's still got to be 2. So it's a merging of love that comes to us. That's a part of who you are, and that is the power of the infinite love coming through you. You know, it's love, it's creativity. Well, when I forgot who I was, there was no creative thinking going on. There was only drawer slamming going on and fussing and figuring out how I'd lost everything and what was I going to do. But when we open to the awareness of who we are, and the song said something about surrender and letting it be, then it can flow. And what can flow is creativity. All of those qualities you've ever thought about or heard about that the infinite is or has is who you are. You say, yeah, but you just don't know me. I had someone tell me that last night. You may not want to get to know me. I won't tell you who he is or where he's sitting. But truth is, no matter what our wrinkles and what our coverings and how we have become distorted or twisted by the things that life has shown us, or upset or broken or fixed, you are still the divine looking for an opportunity to express itself. That's all you are. Ain't much, huh? Wow. And that's so evidenced by this room full of people. You have expressed a divine expression of this teaching right here, right now. There's nothing holding us back except our own beliefs about what's holding us back. Nothing holding us back except those things that we would grasp and hold to us in a way because we're afraid and we forget who we are. We think we're separate. Anybody ever feel like you're separate? Don't raise your hands. I don't want to see them. But if you want to talk to me about it later, yes, I'm happy to do that. Or you may want to talk to your practitioner about it. Because if you feel separate and alone and divided and apart, and some of us do that. I have a history of depression way back. And it didn't matter how many people said they loved me and how wonderful I was and all of that. It didn't matter. I didn't believe them. My mind just couldn't take it in. Because I was carrying a whole lot of internal stuff that needed to come out, and I was terrified of letting it out. And so the only way to keep it in was to keep pulling in and keep pulling in and keep pulling in, and I got more and more depressed. Until I met some folks who loved me anyway, and who I could actually hear it from, and things began to shift and change. So no matter who you are, where you've been, what you've done, where you've gone through, you're still who you are and who you were created to be. And that's a kind of a simple and yet not so simple message, and so simple idea. See, this teaching, we call it the science of mind. We call it all kinds of things. I wonder if any of this is in my notes. Let's see. Yeah, because part of knowing who you are is knowing where you are. In the Old Testament, which I promise not to preach too much from any of that, there's a story about Adam and Eve, and they go to the garden, and God comes in the evening. He wanders down there in the afternoon, at the eve of the day, taking a stroll through the garden. Now, that God didn't match my God, but it worked in the story. You kind of imagine him like Colonel Sanders, wandering through with this white suit and his cane, perambulating through the garden, enjoying the view. And he, forgive me, Rabbi, if I have offended you. And he was a he in this story. And Adam and Eve saw him coming and said, "Oh my gosh, we ate of that fruit we weren't supposed to. Quick, run, hide." So the first question in the Bible is, where are you? Where are you? Okay, I'm this divine being connected to the one, as the one, the only one. Where am I? Well, you are living in a spiritual universe. And we're discovering more and more, science is telling us more and more, that these things we've been teaching in the mystical traditions are scientifically supportable. When you change your thinking, you biologically change things around you, not just your old thinking. When you look at something and you really look at it, it changes the molecular structure of the thing you're looking at. Think about that. I wonder if it's different when you look at it the way I was looking for that spatula, or when you look at it with awe and wonder. Or you look at it with, what's wrong with that one? I suspect it makes a difference. So you live in a universe that is constantly responding to us according to our belief, according to our consciousness. One of the phrases in that first essay that I read 1,000 times, but really just sunk in for me when I read it last night, is that when Holmes talks about mind, he's not talking about this thing up here. He's talking about consciousness. And he says that. When I say mind, I mean consciousness. It's right there. Nobody ever told me that before. I kind of figured it out. A lot of other people have, thank goodness. But, it's consciousness. It's not about mind versus feeling or mind versus the other things that we tend to kind of separate things into. It's also mind includes our feelings. It includes our bodies. Consciousness includes our... Did you know that your body lives in your consciousness? Your consciousness does not live in your body? That's a relief for me. I mean, my consciousness is going on and on and on. Whether this thing lasts very long or not, that'll be up to who knows what. My consciousness, partly. See, we live in a universe that's responding to our belief system, responding to our in the only way it can, which is to say yes. Which is why, as a group now, we are in the business of developing a consciousness of this group to which the minister that is absolutely perfect and divinely right for you will say yes. I'll tell you, people are already interested, but we got to make sure you know what you want so you'll know when they show up. because that's going to be really important in the future. It's also important in your individual lives. Get clear about who you are, about where you are, so that when things like you can't find the spatula or the right one's not there, you know where to go to fix it. Well, once I calmed down and I quit slamming drawers and stomping around, I stepped back for a minute and thought, so where did I put it? Like, oh yeah, I did put it somewhere. No one else has been in this apartment but me. The person I'm sharing it with hasn't been here in a month yet, so no problem there. I used to blame everything on my daughter if it went missing, even after she left home. We couldn't find it. I couldn't find it. It's her fault. She must have put it somewhere. Nobody else does that, I know. But what I realized was I had put it in a box of stuff in the storage unit to pull out later. And when they packed the storage unit, it packed somewhere back there under all that mess. And I had no idea, still don't have any idea where it is. Someday I'll find my perfect spatula. I didn't burn the eggs. I almost did. I overcooked them. By the time that brain kicked in and I knew. See, that's what happens when these things show up that look like obstacles, that look like that we've messed up. There's the opportunity to go deeper and to learn more and to recognize what we can do, what our individual opportunity is to live larger, greater, and grander than we ever have before. That's where we're headed. That's where we're going as a group. It's going to be bumpy some of the time. You may have to be forced to look at some questions that aren't comfortable. You may be asked to look at some things that are, and you'll be celebrating, and that's good. But there won't be anything happening here and now that isn't for your greater good. Because that's the other thing about where you live. You live in a universe that is always for you. So when things happen, they're done for you to grow, for you to know more, for you to live richer and fuller, not done to you, even though it may feel like that sometimes. Whoever hid that thing, me. I did that with my keys too. I hope you guys don't. But I can't blame. But you know, the good news is, it is for me, so I just keep looking at it until I see the good in it. Holmes says, we do not want to avoid obstacles or pretend problems don't exist. You look at the problem, you look at the obstacle until you see the good in it. Look at it, dive into it, take a look and see what's happening. Because you deserve the very best. Because you are the very best. Because you're wonderful. And so am I. And so it is. Thank you. So let's take a deep breath. Let go. All the thoughts, all the feelings swirling around. Recognize that you are indeed an expression of this divine power that is greater than you can imagine, greater than I have yet imagined. And that one energy, that one power, that one consciousness is that in which I live, move, and have my being, and it is true for you. And it is filled with so much givingness and gifts, gifts of love, of joy, of peace, of harmony, gifts of beauty, the gift of love, the gift of light. So open your heart and mind to receive any and all of those gifts that you choose right now, today, for yourself. Commit to living one of those for the rest of the day. And if you like it, try it another day. So I step into this awareness that I am an expression of the divine. I am the love of God expressing, bringing healing energy to wherever I walk, wherever I go. And as I stand in that truth, I simply let it flow through me. I let it into my bones, into my being. Because it is the best. And I celebrate this life with gratitude. Gratitude to be on this journey with us all together. Gratitude is a step forward into this next wonderful iteration of myself and of each of us. Knowing that's so, knowing that's the way it is, all I can do is let it be, and so it is. Thank you.
Good, good, good. So we're now about to do our offering. And so I'll just remind you, for those of you that if you want to give with credit card or cash, these are at the end of, or the back of the room, and you can pick them up. And I know many of you are on the automatic giving program, but still like to put things in the basket. And again, here's a card at the back of the room, but you can put into the basket and simply be that action of putting something in the basket. So I'll take this moment to bring our ushers forward, thank you, and simply say thank you. Thank you for all the many ways that you give, including your financial support to the community. It is very much appreciated.
Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this love, Spirit. Thank you for this love. Thank you for this love, Spirit. Thank you for this love. This healing, this healing, this healing love. This healing, this healing, this healing love. This peace. Thank you for this peace, Spirit. Thank you for this peace. Thank you for this peace, Spirit. Thank you for this peace. This healing, this healing, this healing peace. This healing, this healing, this healing peace. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. For this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day.
So I have a couple of announcements that are late breaking, so they don't have a picture. The first one is there's going to be a question and answer period with Dr. Bob next Sunday. So after the service, there'll be 30 minutes for just an open-ended question answer, hang out with Bob time. So do make room in your schedule for that. And then the next thing is there is a lot of food to be eaten in the classroom. So this is leftover from yesterday's party. So please go next door and eat something. I've been told there's food for at least 200 people. So we now have the opportunity to help some people who are living a very challenging time, let's say. So these are the folks who don't have a home and have, through whatever circumstance, lost their supplies. And so we are one of many community organizations that are gathering tents and sleeping bags for that population. And we have a barrel out by the door. So if you happen to have an extra tent or sleeping bag you're not currently using, please bring them. And they will get to people who very much need them. Our next thing is it's almost time for Spirit at Work breakfast again, which our wonderful Cindy Clay both organizes and is the speaker of this coming month. So it's going to be all about setting your intentions for the year, and you're promised to come out with 3 action-oriented goals. So a real product will come out after this time with Cynthia. And know that we'd love it if you'd register at the Ask Me desk, because that then helps set how many breakfasts to order. And the requested fee is $30. However, if that doesn't work for you, just tell at the Ask Me desk what is the amount that works for you for the breakfast, because we don't want to turn anyone away. So the next thing is, the practitioners do so many things behind the scenes. And as Dr. Andre and I were talking about, well, what do we want to keep announcing? I said, let's start talking about some of these things that practitioners do regularly, and maybe not everybody knows. So here's the first one of those. Every morning there is a meditation, 7 a.m. on Zoom. And there'll be both daily affirmative prayers and other kinds of spiritual practices. You can come, not turn on the camera, just stay in your PJs, but be part of a spiritual practice led by a practitioner. So I invite you to join it. Be about 5 to 10 minutes. This is a new link for the Zoom room, so it's online, or you can take a picture of that. Next Sunday, we have our 2 groups meeting, the women's group and the men's group. The women's group is here. The men's group is in the classroom. They both start at noon and go until 1:30. And I urge you to just drop in on those. That they're always a good program for both of them. And then, finally, we have people who sing and gather. Eva, would you like to say a few things?
Yes. Raise your hand if you've been to one of these song circles. Yes. We end up having about 20, almost 30 people the last time, but it's a really awesome, safe space for anybody, all voices, all ages, to come and just sing some simple songs. I do pass out some lyrics, but also most of the songs are just repetitive enough that the hope is that you learn the songs and you're able to take them into the world with you. And so this will be from now until June, every 3rd Sunday of the month. So I've consistently scheduled them. So unless there's any exceptions, mark your calendar and hope that you will join me and everybody else here soon.
Yeah. Wonderful. So I want to invite you, even though there's not a formal Q&A today, Dr. Bob will hang out here at the front. So feel free to come up and just say hi and know that we are beginning this wonderful journey together. And let's sing on the way out.
Yeah, we can sing out into this day together. If you are able to stand, instrument of peace. Make me an instrument. Make me an instrument. Make me an instrument of peace. Make me an instrument. Make me an instrument. Make me an instrument of peace. Make me an instrument. Make me an instrument. Make me an instrument. Make me an instrument of peace. One more time. Make me an instrument. Make me an instrument. Make me an instrument. Make me an instrument of peace. Where there is hatred, where there is hatred, I will love. Where there is sadness, I will bring joy. Where there is darkness, I will shine. I am an instrument of peace. Make me an instrument. Make me an instrument. you, Bob, for being here. And we'll hope to see you again next week.